I was bored and wanted to play something else. Alright. 7-land Charbelcher here. So, Goblin Charbelcher, namesake of the deck. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Goblin Charbelcher deals damage equal number of non-land cards revealed this way to any target. If the revealed land is a mountain, it deals double that damage, but it's not relevant here. So our deck only has 7 lands in it here. And then we have a ton of copies of cards like Ancient Stirrings, and Flower, and Caravan Vigil, and Traverse the Ulvenwald, and Sakura-Tribe Elder to pull these basic lands out of our deck. And the idea is we search up all 7 lands out of our deck, and then we play and activate Goblin Charbelcher and blast them for a bunch of damage. We haven't played this deck in a little while, so we've got some copies of Karn, the Great Creator, in here for the first time. So you can see there's only 3 Belchers in our main, because Karn, the Great Creator, leaves the 4th Belcher in the board to tutor up. We've also got a Miser Ugin here, as well as a Karn, just because these are extra threats that Ancient Stirrings hit. Same thing with Wurmcoil here. This deck ramps up mana, so like casting Wurmcoils and Ugins is not completely unreasonable in a lot of games. Let's go ahead and dive on in here, shall we? Karn the Great Creator is a one-sided Stony Silence full-on tilt. All of these Planeswalker hate effects are one-sided. They're super miserable. Could you imagine if Teferi's top line of text was symmetrical? Or if, like, Narset's text was symmetrical? Those cards would, like, actually almost not be rancid to play against. If, like, they punish both players. If you don't like keeping no land hands, this is not the deck for you. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? They'd be unplayable if they were symmetrical, sure. I would love to play first, thank you. Yeah, this hand's great. So, Chancellor of the Tangle, if it's in your opening hand, you get to reveal it, and then it makes a green mana for you. So we reveal Chancellor of the Tangle here. Cast Flower. Grab a white bordered forest. Cast Arbor Elf. One of the other things that's fun in this deck is Chancellor Tangle isn't just something we cheat out. It's something we use to cheat on mana. It's something that we can actually cast, which is nice. Before anybody asks the important question, yes, all of my white bordered forests are mismatched. I understand how this works. We are in fact truly cultured. And I've got one snowland, and I've got one full art forest. For maximum tilts. We revealed an Ugin and a Utopia Sprawl. That's exciting. So if they don't kill this Karn, this deck has a lot of double spell Karns. It's quite wonderful. Because her deck only has 7 lands in it. Sure. So long, Arbor Elf. You were too pure for this world. Too pure. Alright, so this is land. There is a Belcher in the side. I guess I should technically plus this, huh? No, I'm gonna minus and get my Ugin. Yeah, I'm gonna minus and get my Ugin. Let's do that. All right, there's only one forest left in our deck. Deal. So, do I want to plus this, or do I want to minus it? I think I kind of want to send him up. Because, like, the 2/2s pressure the Liliana too. Dakames, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. And, like, if they Assassin's Trophy this Ugin, it gives me my last land to cast this Chancellor, which is sweet. If they have a second Pulse, I'm a little bit sad, but usually they only play one Pulse. Of course, your crew fix, sure. Alright, so they like their last card in hand. I only have 6 mana. So, do I cast Search and get my last land, or do I put the Utopia Sprawl on something? I think I cast Search and get my last land. I want to hold this so I can discard it to the Liliana of the Veil. Worth noting here that Field of Rune does not target basic lands. Well, this trophy on top means they're going to get that with Nurturing Peatland, which sucks. So let them kill my Ugin. All right, Belcher is lethal at any point here, so we'd like to draw that. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we've got. Oh, you know what? I should have attacked this into the Liliana. Because then if they block it, I get to draw it, and then I could have Ancient Stirrings into a lethal Belcher. We'll do that. We'll do that next turn. Small mistake on my part there. Okay. Is this a modern playable card? I don't know if I believe that that's a modern playable card. Is their last card a discard spell? Because they already plus this. No, they've been Inquisition. I guess they could have like a Thoughtseize or something here. Yeah, their sequencing there was really sloppy. You get 10 looks at a Belcher. Ooh. I think I just take Wurmcoil Engine here, right? All right, so that's lethal. Fire the meme cannon! So they're gonna take 33 here because there's no lands left in my deck. Load the people's cannon! Pew pew! Pew pew! Get him! Get him! Nice, nice rock deck. I think as far as sideboarding is concerned here, we just click submit. I think we just click submit. Yeah, let's do it. We're doing God's work. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Like making black-green rock players regret their deck choice decisions. How'd Hallowed One go? We started 4-0, and then I conceded the last match to blue-white control with main deck rip. Because we were running long and I didn't feel like dealing with that. No starting mana source here, so pretty easy mulligan. No starting mana source again, unfortunately. Yep, this is a starting mana source. And we get to put that on top. Deal. Yeah, we're basically Tron, right? We're a ramp deck with Karns and Ugins in it. I don't know how our opponent could ever possibly win. Sand's pretty bad. It doesn't have any ramp in it, but it was a 5-card hand. So what do you want from me? Green Black Rock is a fine deck if you don't put cards like Courser of Krufix and Vrask in it. Just for the record, the opponent's archetype is fine. I don't know why people insist on, but if you're gonna put clunky expensive cards in Green Black Rock, make them Tireless Tracker. I don't think you really need that style of effect, Thunderwunk. I think any average hand has plenty of ways to search lands up. And if you're gonna have something that costs 4 or more, you'd rather have it be something that puts the land right into play, as opposed to searching it to your hand. Like generally speaking, this deck doesn't have a problem getting all the forests out of its deck. All right. If we are incredibly fortunate and they can't kill this, the Belcher could theoretically kill them next turn. And, like, obviously they could have a removal spell for it, but, like, this is our only line, so we're going to try and run it. All right. Alrighty. Can the odds of the cannon doing 15? The odds of the cannon doing 15 with 3 lands in our deck is incredibly low. Ooh. While there's 2 lands in our deck. Alright. Alright, chat. I need you to channel your energy, okay? I need you to believe in the cannon. I believe. Survey says, oh yeah, Exactly 15! Oh! Oh! Nice! Nice green-black rock deck! Nice green-black rock deck! Alright. We did it, we did it, we did it, we did it again. That was most excellent. I would like to, this one goes out to all the people in Twitch chat who just believed. I appreciate you. Mulligan to 5. Blasted the green black rock deck. Easy game, easy life. You did actually believe hard enough, and I appreciate each and every one of you. How do you like your rock, Chard? I would love to play first. This hand is more than good. It's actually only fine. There's no ramp spells in this hand, which is kind of a downer. So, because I'm looking to draw lands, I'm actually going to Ancient Stirrings before I Caravan Vigil, which unfortunately didn't work out here, but there's only 6 lands in my deck right now. So I'm kind of hoping we draw things that get land every turn for the rest of the game now. If my opponent's playing another one of those silly interactive decks, this hand is good. Unfortunately, my opponent appears to elected to have played a good deck, which is not good for us. Probably gonna be a little bit slow here. I do have a Tormod's Crypt. Is there not a Tormod's Crypt in this sideboard? I'm really confused as to why there's an Ornithopter in my sideboard and not a Tormod's Crypt. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I assumed there was a Tormod's Crypt in my board. Yeah, Relic is slow. Relic costs a mana to play and a mana to activate. Yeah, my opponent starts pretty slow here. If we keep drawing things that find lands, we could be okay. I have no idea why we would want an Ornithopter in our sideboard. Yeah, like, obviously it's a chump blocker, but it's pretty mediocre. Oh, they have a bridge. Okay. Yeah, it's a league, so I can't fix it. We're locked into the decisions that we have made because Magic Online. It's a lot of zombie, hey. All right, I mean, we have a good track record killing people from 15 with lands in our deck still, right? All I'm saying is, so far this has a 100% conversion rate. This time there's 3 lands in our deck, so pretty sure they're likely to survive. Yeah, I just got a 6-ball. Just got a 6-ball. We tried. We gave it the college best. And then unfortunately, this entire sideboard is Karn tutors, except for 4 copies of Nature's Claim, so we don't have sideboard cards for this matchup. We're just, like, basically hoping to race. I guess I'll board in my 1 relic because I want Karn to fetch Grafdigger's Cage every time. That's probably reasonable. Listen, this matchup's probably unwinnable, so it's good that we spent our cumulative variance winning the black-green matchup, because that's a winnable matchup. So losing this matchup probably makes sense. Let the record show Tormod's script wouldn't have mattered. That's fair. That's fair. That's a good one. That's a good one to enter into the record. I agree. Listen, if we had 15 of them there, I would have shut the stream off and gone and bought a lottery ticket, okay? So all of you that want to watch Magic content today, you should be happy that we missed. Yeah, Scion, sweet. All right, look at how incredibly unfair our deck is. Just 3 mana on the first turn. Oh, you know what? I should save Steve, right? I should save Steve in case they bridge. I should save Steve in case they bridge. I just wanted to press my auto pass hotkey, but he has value in this matchup. Yep, and there's a bridge. All right, so we get to play the cannon next turn with 5 lands out of our deck. So we're gonna be able to activate the cannon on 4. So if we live to get to 4, we could be okay here. They don't have a second land. Okay, that's good for us. Sweet. So if we find a card that searches a land out of our deck next turn, they're dead. So any card that searches a land out of our deck gives us turn 4 lethal here, which is pretty sweet. Oh no! Oh no! They have the technology, chat. We've been shoot up and spit out. We'd have drawn the lethal search too. Hey, NPAC, thank you for the half a year of support. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Because you need one full art forest to set the stark contrast with the rest of what you have. Yeah, time for Chancellor beats. JK, Belcher, please. Karn, all right. All right, if we don't die next turn... Oh, gosh, this even shuts off the altar. This even shuts off the altar. Okie doke. Please don't kill me. 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 All right. If they have another creature, if they have a black creature to get their Vengevine back to kill Karn, we could be in trouble. If they kill Karn, they could combo mill us this turn. If they don't combo mill us this turn, they're gonna get blasted. Oh no. Oh no. All right, well they don't. And again, it's worth noting that they wouldn't have had zombies this game. So their Hogok would be worse if I had saved my Steve. So probabilistically we are dead here. If they find a second bridge, we're deterministically dead. No second bridge yet. They've got a lot of looks here though, right? Oh yeah, they get to cast Hogok over and over. I'm just gonna save them the time. Yeah, so if I'd have used my Steve better this game, we probably would have won. We'd have to win a third game on the draw, which is also unlikely, but we would have taken one off of them there if I'd have used my Steve better instead of just cracking it right away. This hand doesn't have a starting land. This hand's fine. I used the Google Doc for the first time ever. It was simple, to the point, and I like it. Thanks, Nivik. So, I think I'm going to keep that here. Wurmcoil's pretty good against a lot of things in Modern, and I have a double ramp spell here, so, like, it's going to be, like, turn 4 Wurmcoil on the play, potentially. Actually, I get to turn 3 Wurmcoil, right? Because sacrificing Steve triggers the Morbid for the Vigil next turn. So I'm going to get to go Steve, Sack, Vigil, Traverse, and then turn 3 Worm. So, Karn, Scion of Urza, the Ugin, the Wurmcoils, these are just extra colorless threats that we can find with Ancient Stirrings. The Google Doc they're referring to is the form that you fill out on my website to submit a deck to the queue. So, Vigil normally is just lay the land, but if a creature died this turn, it turns into Rampant Growth. We're basically Tron, chat. We have a turn 3 Wurmcoil. More Hogak, help, we're being oppressed. Help, I'm being oppressed. Look at this. My opponent's second turn, they're gonna have an 8/8. Not bad. Ooh, Godless Shrine. So turn 2, and my opponent has 12 power in play. Not bad. Not bad. Welcome to Modern. Woohoo! All right. All right, that might actually do it. Yeah, I agree, Burgle. I agree. Second Worm, also great here. That is double Vengevine. Yikes. So scale of 1 to dead. I'm probably pretty dead here. Man, I am so excited for the absolute dumpster fire trash show that this next Modern Pro Tour is going to be. All right, tinfoil hats. Let's get them strapped on for a second. They printed Hogak in this new set, so that way the Pro Tour would be such an incredible dumpster fire that people would demand no more Modern Pro Tours. Can I like strap my tinfoil hat on and make that this is what's actually occurring? They'll ban it for Barcelona. I don't think that's true. I don't think they're gonna ban it before Barcelona. I think they're in it for the long con. Hey, Jim, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream this morning. Saw you doing some Modern as well. Welcome, folks. We are currently playing some 7-land Charbelcher here. We are 1-1 in this league. We beat Black Green Rock and we lost to Hogak once. We're probably gonna lose to Hogak again. We cast Wurmcoil on turn 3. But my opponent's turn 3 looks to be combo milling us. Oh, look at that. Just triple Vengevine. Hey, but Dave & Buster's is fun. It's like Child Vegas, Dave & Buster's. And the adults actually get to drink there. Again, most of our sideboard here are cards for the Karn Great Creator Wish package. I'm going to board in our 1 Relic because it kind of helps because Karn's going to be wishing for Grafdigger's Cage most of the time. I mean, Faithless looting's the offender. Faithless looting has always been the card. This hand's actually kind of sweet. We get to keep, and we get to go double Chancellor. Oh, this comes into play tapped, huh? I think this is still a keep. Burgle thinks that Hagak is good for Modern. I would say that they're not going to ban Hagak or Alter because they just printed those cards in a new set. But at the same time, I think we all know what happened with Splinter Twin, so it's a very real possibility that they ban those cards. Hagak is killing unfair decks like the one we are playing. Jeskai cards Jeff likes can only 5-0 2 leagues in a row in the Hagak metagame. That's probably true. I don't think it's unfair to say that fair decks in Modern right now are currently better than they've ever been. I don't think fair decks have been as good as they are in Modern right now since Splinter Twin was legal. I think that is a fair statement. Fair decks are better when they're being attacked on fewer axes. And Hagak is doing a good job of pushing weird decks out of the format that give fair decks a hard time. Because fair decks can definitely beat graveyard decks. So, the big difference between... I agree that Hagak is having a Splinter Twin-esque effect on the format. But the difference is, Hagak requires specific narrow sideboard cards to fight, whereas Splinter Twin required more generic cards to fight. And I definitely prefer a combo deck that requires generic cards like Path to Exile and Spellskite, as opposed to targeted graveyard hate. I think we're going to be too slow. They've got, yeah, we're going to be too slow. We're dead in 2, and we're not killing them for a couple more turns yet. Why do I say what, Vonin? And honestly, the fact that fair decks are better than they've ever been. Well, Elvish Spirit Guide's not banned in Modern. It's just not Modern legal. The fact that fair decks are better than they've ever been is probably an indicator that they're not going to ban anything before the Pro Tour. Mythic Championship, whatever we want to call it. I also think that the fact that the Mythic Championships have public deck lists makes the fair decks even better, because it lets people who are playing these blue-white control decks with main deck Rest in Peace know when they should mulligan to Rest in Peace. And again, a lot of people act like Hagak doing what it does is a bug and not a feature. How do you know Wizards of the Coast didn't want Hagak to show up and do exactly what it's doing right now? All right, humans, eh? I mean, regardless of what modern is, some people are going to be driven away, right? Like, not one format can't appease every type of person. Oh no! I was so excited by our draw step, and then this happened. Oh. Yeah, I bet Luna's a lot better now that the night bonus does something when they're not in formation. The issue with Luna before the last patch was that she's a ranged unit and there's only other one ranged knight, so often she wouldn't be in formation with them, helping with the bonus. So the fact that she does something when she's not right next to them is really good. Listen, at least we will always have that first match together against Green Blackrock, right? At least we will always have that first match to treasure in our heart of hearts, even if the rest of the league wasn't very successful. That's so incredibly rude. That's so incredibly rude. I actually can't take that card off the table, right? Alright. You win this time. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can get one more fair deck in the 1-3 bracket. Because we managed to go 2-3, I get $5 back. Whereas if we go 1-3, I get nothing. So if we can... Ratchet Bomb's an artifact. You have such little faith, Radagast. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. After this 5th match, we're going to roll on into a few different decks in Standard on Arena. And after that, we're going to play some more sub-games of Dota Underlords. As an interesting note on Dota Underlords, we're gonna dust off our liability card here for a moment. Apparently one of the MPL members said that they have a non-compete clause in their contract, so they can't stream competing games, which means Wizards of the Coast doesn't consider these auto chest variants competitors for Magic, which seems incredibly narrow and short-sighted. In my opinion, these auto chest variants are the biggest new competitor Magic has had in the gaming market, especially the digital gaming market, in a long time. If you're someone who's been around Magic for a long time, you remember a very famous quote back in the day of someone at Wizards of the Coast making the statement that Hearthstone was not a Magic competitor, and we all know how that ended up. So it seems like they're kind of heading in that same direction of ignoring what's right in front of their face again. Oh, that was a mistake. I could have, I drew the Sakura-Tribe Elder, so I could have sacrificed this and then had my Kernel Vigil with Morbid. What is auto chess? Auto chess are games like the Dota Underlords that I've been streaming that we're going to stream again this afternoon. Is a new genre of game. If you haven't played it before, it's similar to a kind of like a deck building or drafting game mashed up with a PvP tower defense game. If you ever played like the old tower defense mods in like StarCraft 1 or 2 and Warcraft 3, it's very fun. And it's not a real-time, like there's a real-time element because the rounds are timed, but it's not a dexterity-based game really. Yeah, I guess, I mean, I think that's a bullshit statement, sorry. That's a nonsense stance to have, Tom, because if that's the way you do it, you don't put the non-compete, you can't play our competitors' things in your contract. If you're someone who's a sub who wants to play Underlords later today with us, be sure you're in the subscriber Discord server, and I'll be posting match links in there. Party codes, whatever they're called. There's no way this deck beats Phoenix, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. Let's get to some standard. This deck's funny. It's fine against fair decks like Control and Green-Black Rock. It basically can just never race any reasonable good modern deck. So things like Hagak and Phoenix and Humans, they just run us down, as you saw there. So if you're looking to be kind of funny and like occasionally win games against interactive decks, this is fine, but you're never going to beat any of the variety of modern decks that are just trying to race you. Would you consider Magic a dexterity-based game based on how quickly I can concede to Teferi and Wilderness Reclamation? I mean, that's a fair take. So that's a fair take. Gold is hard capped at 100. That's good to know. I don't know that I'd ever hit that. Like, your squad would have to be really